What's up, everyone? Dark Ramos here with the Volume Profile Nerd, and this is my first day of me deciding to kind of give everything to this channel and to really focus on my own approach or my own view of the market, obviously with the conglomerate of everything I've learned from some great teachers, but I'm here to make that declaration. So here we go. Going to be doing the morning prep every morning and then my trade review later in the evening. And yeah, I welcome you to join. I think I'll be doing live streaming in the morning. Today's not a live stream, but I've got to set up all my live stream stuff to get that ready to go. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it this morning. So the first thing I'm noticing this morning on ES and NQ is that we're opening within yesterday's range and value. So we have the regular trading hours high and the regular trading hours low, and we have yesterday's value right here. This gives little indication for early trade, and overnight inventory is fairly balanced. It's around the previous day close. So not gleaning too much from that. So today could be a trade later type of day. If multiple passes through the open, it could be indicative of that. We do have, let me adjust the overnight high since it moved a little bit. We have the overnight high right up here, and we did make a new low in the overnight session. So sellers would need to get below this to start, for day plus sellers to prove anything. But essentially what I'm looking at for buyers want to hold this POC and previous day close here on ES. They want to find acceptance above the overnight high and then find acceptance above the value area high to then target the regular trading hours high. And any failures at any of these points, and we could be looking back at, the previous levels. So if we fail the overnight high, then we could be looking back at the previous day close. If we fail the value area high, we could be looking back at the overnight high. If we fail the regular trading hours high, we could be looking back to the value area high or overnight high below. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for buyers. For sellers want to find acceptance, want to stay below the open and find acceptance below the POC and previous day close, PDC, to then target the value area low right down here. And after that, we have the regular trading hours low that sellers want to find acceptance below, and then the overnight low. And again, no change for day plus sellers if not getting below the overnight low, since cash market sellers want to affirm overnight sellers. All right, so that's what we got for ES. Yeah, and day plus buyers want to get above the regular trading hours high. No change for day plus buyers if they don't. Okay, cool. So that's what I have for ES. I do have a 1 minute range that I'm going to keep an eye on. And let's go ahead and add that in. I have a couple here that I'm going to, keep an eye on. We have this one from like the morning from Friday, and we have this little range here. It was a lot of oscillation on Friday, but I did find this one that I kind of liked. Value area low held here. We couldn't quite get back into it here, and now we're getting above it here. So didn't glean too much from like the 1 minute ranges from Friday. I mean, you could grab this entire thing, and that might tell a little bit more of a story, but that's the POC. This entire range down here made the POC, and we did hold the value area low. Buyers did get over the value area high of this lower range, and I guess we do have this little structure right here. I didn't quite like this so much because it was kind of like all over the place, but yeah, I think that would be the next reference for buyers here in the overnight session to try to get back into this, price action up here. And they would, I'll keep my eye on that. Don't love it, but I'll watch that for sure. And we do need acceptance over the overnight high to maybe target the value area high up here. All right, so let's go to NQ, and I might come back to ES just to reference that again. But on NQ, similar story. We're opening up within yesterday's range. and value right here. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't give much indication for an early trade. So yeah, could be a wait to see how the open plays out. And let's see here. Yeah, overnight inventory is fairly balanced, so not gleaning too much from that. Goal for buyers is to find acceptance above the POC and previous day close, to tag the overnight high, and then the value area high, and then we want to get to the regular trading hours high, and no change for day plus buyers without getting above the regular trading hours high. Any failures at these points could be looking at the next daytime frame reference below, failure at the overnight high, target POC, failure at the value area high, overnight high, and failure at the regular trading hours high, value area high. All right, so that's goal for buyers, no change for day plus buyers without getting acceptance above the regular trading hours high. Goal for sellers is to stay below the open and find acceptance below yesterday's previous day close and yesterday's POC to then target the value area low. And if acceptance below the value area low, eyes on the regular trading hours low and then the overnight low. And again, failures at these points, and we could be looking back up at the upside references. So failure here, back at the value area low, failure here, regular trading hours low, failure at the value area low, POC, and then, previous day close. All right, so yeah, no change for day plus sellers without getting below the overnight low, because we did make a new low in the overnight session. So cash market sellers want to affirm overnight sellers by getting below the overnight low. Okay, so that's what we have for ES and NQ. So on ES, let's see. For the daily, on the daily, I'm looking at this POC from 729.22, 810.22. We held the value area low of this range and couldn't find acceptance below it. So I'm thinking buyers want to target the value area high here at roughly 424.650 if we get acceptance above this POC here at 420.550. If we find acceptance, that to me is the next target buyers want to get to, and it could be a quick daily bull flag. So keeping that in mind, buyers could just be looking for that on ES. Excuse me. And on the hourlies, I have a few things marked up here. We have, first, we're kind of in balance here. We're breaking out of this balance. So I'm thinking the next target buyers want to get to is the value area low of this 4-213-2.5 range. And if acceptance above, back into this range, we're looking at the POC at 4-223-2.5. So if buyers get back into here, they could be looking for this, and then the value area high up here. If we get back below this developing value or this range, eyes on the value area high here of this 428, 5-223 range. And just for a little bit of confluence, let me bring in the day time frame references. And the regular trading hours high is just above this POC up here, and the overnight low is just at this POC here. So anything shy of getting above the regular trading hours high or below the overnight low, and we could just be looking at balance in between these two POCs. So buyers would need to get above this POC, day plus buyers need to get above this POC to start proving things on the daily, and sellers need to get below this POC to start proving things on the daily. Just going to keep an open mind because we could, oscillate here, but buyers want convincingly above this and sellers want convincingly below this. All right, and just keeping this little developing value here of the sideways range in mind on ES. We're above it, so I think buyers want up here. On NQ, and if I finish with this, I might look at a play for that, but we shall see. I'm not going to rush it. But anyway, on NQ for the hourlies, we're in, thinking buyers should be targeting the value area high here of this 817, 818 range. We want acceptance above this. Buyers want acceptance above this to get to the value area low here. If no acceptance above this, eyes on the POC of this 817, 818 range at 13,816. And just for a little bit of confluence, let's go ahead and add the daytime frame references. So buyers definitely want convincingly above the value area low of this 815, 817, 22 range to start for day plus buyers to start proving something. And sellers want below the overnight low here to get below this 817, I think 818 range down here to go on more on the offensive. Anything in between this and could just be balance. So yeah, the value area high aligned with the value closely to the value area high of the 817, 818 range right up here at roughly 13,891.25. Yeah, and the POC, let's see, POC was right here. Yeah, so POC is here. So yeah, just gonna keep an eye out for that. The regular trading hours low is roughly this POC here, 817, 822. So if acceptance below that, eyes on the overnight low. But if no acceptance below this, if we don't get much acceptance below here, I'm keeping an eye on to get back to the other side of value up here. If we get above this POC, like if we don't find much acceptance here and buyers get above this POC, buyers could be targeting the other side of value up here. All right, so yeah, that's what I got. If buyers do get above the regular trading hours high, eyes on this POC up here at 13,978.75. All right, and did I go over the dailies on NQ? I think I did, or maybe I didn't. But on the daily for NQ, eyes on this POC at 3,722, 316.22 at 13,940.50, and yeah, did I go over this? I think I just went over ES on the daily. Yeah, I did on the daily. So notable to me that sellers couldn't get to the value area high of this 8.3, 8.11.22 range back here. We couldn't quite get to the value area high of it, which is notable to me. If buyers get to the POC, I mean, that could be a very quick bull flag. Targeting 13,940.50 back here. We rejected from it in Friday session. So let's see if buyers try for it again to get to the value area high here at 14,100 essentially, psychological. The exact is 14.98 here that I have. So yeah, it'll be notable to me if sellers can't get back to this value area high, and if we try for 13,940 first, and we'll see if buyers can get there. And just to kind of see what that level matches up with. Yeah, it's perfect. I mean, that would be, buyers would have to get above the regular trading hours high to try to get, they would need to find acceptance over the regular trading hours high to get acceptance over this POC. So if we don't get acceptance above the regular trading hours high, we could reject from it and maybe head back down to this value area high of that 8.3, 8.11.22 range at 13,753. All right, so yeah, that's a quick overview of the different levels I have. Either it's a quick bull flag and a quick daily bull flag and buyers step in again, or we get another rejection from the high here and roll over. This doesn't look like a very doesn't look like too much excess from Friday, or maybe it is, but if we touch it again and reject, that could be sellers proving it. So going to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that's what I got for the futures. Now let's go into SPY, the different sectors. So let's go to the hourly first. So hourly we're fairly in the middle of the range. QQQ, middle of the road. XLF, middle of the road. IWM, a little bit closer to the low of yesterday. XLE, kind of in the middle of the road, closer to its low of yesterday. XBI, kind of in the middle of the road. XLV, middle of the road. XLU, a little bit closer to the low of yesterday. And SMH with the only sector with a gap down open currently, which is notable because SMH is one of the sectors that could be helping tech. So I do have some daily references here and, from back here and just keeping an eye on them, these VP levels. So notable to me that like SMH is below this POC, this daily POC. We'll see if it finds acceptance back into here. If it does, that'll be notable to me. SPY rejected from this POC, daily POC, could be trying to head back to this value area high. QQQ, kind of in the middle of this air right now. And we shall see. If QQQ doesn't find acceptance back into this range above, that could mean, we just kind of oscillate in this air or head back to this value area high. XLF above this value area high, they could be targeting this value area low up here from this daily range. And so if XLF does that, that could be rotation for the market. IWM back into this kind of sideways range, which is notable. So IWM sellers could be trying for this POC, which would mean if XLF is strong and IWM is weak, that would mean growth is pulling back a little bit. XLE, kind of in between these two daily ranges. We shall see where XLE ends up. XBI, kind of in this range right here. Buyers want acceptance above, sellers want acceptance below. XLV rejected from the value area low, couldn't even get to it of this recent sideways action. Sellers should be trying for the value area high of this lower range down here, which would be notable. And XLU, kind of still in this range above the POC. See if buyers get to the value area high or if sellers try to get below the POC here. And again, went over SMH, we're below this POC, but if buyers hold this value area high, then SMH would still be okay. All right, let's go to tech. So tech, let's see, tech is, so let's look at the hourly just to see where we are with tech. So Apple with a big gap down open, that's notable. Amazon, middle of the road. Netflix, closer to its low of yesterday. Google, closer to its low of yesterday. Microsoft, relatively stronger with a gap up open. Meta, closer to its low of yesterday, space for hourly lower highs. Tesla, closer to its high of yesterday. And NVDA, kind of in the middle of the road, which is notable. So it's not NVDA that's pulling back SMH. If we look at AMD, AMD is much weaker than NVDA, kind of at its below its low of yesterday at the moment. But yeah, NVDA is more in the middle of the road, but does have space for hourly lower highs. Apple, space for hourly lower high. Amazon does have space for, it's getting above its hourly pivot, but could be hourly lower high. And so Microsoft and Tesla look like the strongest tech names. Microsoft with a gap up open and Tesla closer to its high of yesterday. That should be interesting. But not gleaning too much from that. Again, we kind of are in yesterday's range and value for both ES and NQ. So just going to keep that in mind. And as far as sectors, the relatively stronger sectors, I'm trying to see if there's a relatively, no, most sectors are kind of in the middle of the road, and we just have the relatively weaker sector in SMH. So that's pretty much all I got for this morning. And let me look at the 1 minute ranges for NQ. I drew those up. Okay. I drew up this little range here from yesterday, and we rejected from the POC in the overnight session and made the overnight high there. Couldn't quite get to the value area low here, so that's notable to me. We shall see. Either it's a quick daily bull flag for bulls, or we get more daily consolidation. Did we start daily consolidation? Yeah, we did start daily consolidation on Friday, or in the overnight session. in the overnight session. So yeah, we shall see if we get more daily consolidation or if buyers try for a quick bull flag and head higher, and we'll see what the follow through looks like after that. So that's my morning prep. Let's take a quick look at the dollar. The dollar is the dollar is still pretty good. You know, if the dollar holds this POC right here, could be a quick daily bull flag, which wouldn't be that great for assets. And I'm guessing gold is pulling back a little bit. Yeah, gold and silver are pulling back a little bit. And nat gas pulling back a little bit. Plenty of space for a daily higher low. Nat gas, I'm going to add an alert here just in case, because I don't trade nat gas, but I'm just curious. Just going to add a quick alert. Let me add a horizontal line. I'll just add it maybe like right here. Add alert. Where is it? Should be able to add. Okay, here we go. Add alert. All right. So I want to know if it gets close to this valley area low, and to see what it looks like after that. All right. So yeah, that's my morning prep. Pretty in depth. But again, you know, giving it everything at this point. And should be live streaming at some point too, which I'm excited about. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in my trade review later today. Thank you.